Welcome to Wargamescomedy, and today we're going to be reviewing the American T42 Premium tank. So, without further ado, let's begin, and I'm going to tell you my opinion and what I think about this new premium American tank. Alright, so let's start things off with the armor. The armor of this tank leaves a lot to be desired. The armor is essentially non-existent, and I wouldn't rely on it too much. The lower and upper plate offer little to no protection, and the turret is your best bet, but premium ammo from tier 8s will rip through the turret with no problem, and tier 9 and 10s use their standard ammo and just tear you apart easily. Like most American tanks, it doesn't help that the cupola is pretty big, and it's a pretty easy target to penetrate. Your best bet for the T42, and this has been for me personally, has been side scraping. I have managed to bounce plenty of shells off of the side of this thing because it has a bit of meat to the side armor. And you have to be still very careful because still a lot of tier 8s, 9s, and 10s will pin the side of your armor very easily, so you have to be very selective with what you want to brawl up against. The reason I started off with the armor is because of the speed and maneuverability. The power to weight ratio is just not good on the T42. It's not your friend, it's not on your side, and the tank is definitely sluggish. I highly recommend that you either take an advanced powertrain or an advanced track system, because the tank is just really sluggish and it struggles to get to top speed even on flat ground. Now, what you pick is going to depend on how you play. Me personally, I chose to just use the most of the tank's power, and I put an advanced track system. And that actually has been working for me pretty good, because with the extra maneuverability, I've been able to play close support and get myself out of sticky situations fairly quick. You can choose to put both an advanced track system and an advanced powertrain, but you're gonna have to sacrifice either your vision range or your concealment, and personally I would not sacrifice neither of those on this tank. The view range on the T42 is actually really good, and with a really good commander you will be able to rack up a lot of assistant damage, whether that be through spotting or tracking. It definitely helps to have a commander that has all the perks for spotting and and receiving and sending an extended signal. In games that I did not perform so good, and I noticed that my damage was just barely hitting 1,000 or under 1,000, I still managed to come in the top 5 due to my spotting assistant. But by no means try to play this tank as a light tank, because remember, you do not have the speed and mobility as, let's say, something like an AMX CDC. You're not going to be able to get yourself out of certain situations, so you have to use your view range in a way where your team could maximize your assistance, pretty much. To help your view range, you do have okay concealment. Your concealment is not the best and is not the worst, but with the camo net and the proper commander skills, this tank can pull off a little bit of a TD roll, even though I do not recommend it because it's not a good way to maximize your damage or assist your team in a medium tank, really. The best part of the T42, and the part that impressed me the most, was the gun handle. The accuracy on this thing is just nasty. And it's actually been very helpful, especially in tier 10 matches where you need to hit your target dead on, because most likely when you shoot that first shot, you're going to get spotted and you want to be able to pull back and retreat into cover. So I found myself in plenty of tier 9, tier 10 matches where my aim definitely helped me in being able to pull over a ridge, either quickly auto lock or quickly aim at a specific target, like either a cupola, a track, or a lower plate, shoot my shot, hit the target, and pull back. And that is the big impressive part about the T42. It has that amazing gun that is giving you essentially 280 damage per shot, depending on how the dice is rolled. The stock rate of fire is about 6.59 rounds per minute. I did not put an advanced loader on because I did not want to sacrifice my camo or my view range. So just with my commander and his perks, I've gotten the reload time down to 8.5 seconds, but stock with nothing, the reload time is 9.1 seconds, and the aim time is an amazing 2 seconds. That is just amazing. The depression is 10 degrees and the elevation is 20. Now, I will say that the standard shell penetration is not going to be really reliable in a lot of matches. You're definitely going to have to throw some silver at some premium rounds or some gold, however you choose to pay for your premium rounds, but you're going to have to use some of them. And, you know, fortunately, I've managed to use, you know, a good amount of premium rounds in games that I have lost and won, and thankfully I have not gone negative. I've made very to little no silver, but making very little to no silver throwing premium rounds around like they're M&Ms is, you know, better than not making nothing. What are my final thoughts on the T42 Medium American Premium Tank? Well, you can rack up some good assistance damage just by using your view range, but don't try to play scout because you don't have the speed or mobility to get yourself out of trouble, plus don't have the armor to brawl alone. Play it as a medium support tank. Use your view range, gun, and camo to its advantage. Do not play lone wolf, it will bite you in the ass. You need to play this as a close to medium distance support tank. Stay far enough to not take the big hitting shots. Let the heavy tanks take those shots. But stay close enough to be an effective part of your team. When playing close support, make sure that you can put yourself in a position to always retreat and let some of your team take some of the damage for you. Never put your faith in the armor. Always put your faith in the gun. Remember that with the T42. Now, do I recommend this tank for a new player or a player that is, you know, maybe learning the game and they're around tier 7, tier 8, and they're looking to pick up their first, or add maybe another premium tank to their collection? To that, I'm going to have to say no. You're better off going with the TL1 LPC Medium American tank. It runs for about 7,200 gold, and it has the exact same gun. It has really good accuracy. I don't know the stats by off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure the gun stats are pretty close as far as accuracy goes, because I feel like the TL1 LPC, I have really good games in it, and the hull is a lot better. It's way better. I actually ended up selling my TL1 LPC because I have the Stone Cold Steve Austin tank, which, you know, if you manage to get a hold of it during a resale or during the season, it's a really good tank. The hull is a lot more forgiving when it comes to bouncing shells. It has great mobility, and it has a great turret. You know, the turret has a bit of a weak spot with a huge cupola that sticks out like a sore thumb, but all around I found to have more success with the Stone Cold Steve Austin tank, which is the TL1 LPC. So if you're a new player looking to pick up a medium American tank and you're thinking about picking up the T42, just go for the TL1 LPC. You will have a lot more better time with it. So guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a single video. Why would you want to do that, man?